Hi, this is Josh Emery with Relationship Architecture. This is part 3 in our 3-part series of balancing our roles in parenting and marriage. In part 1, we talked about how important it is for us to take care of ourselves so we're in a healthy place to serve our families. In part 2, we talked about communication and how important it is that we actually learn how to talk with respect and with timing and tone, and how to talk about sensitive issues like parenting and marriage. We're concluding with part 3, talking about compromise. Compromise, when we do 1 and 2 really well, 1 being self-care and 2 communicating really well with each other, compromise can complete the package. So I want to talk about 3 areas that I think are vital for healthy compromise. And the first is courage. It takes courage for us to give something up, some value or a belief system that we have about parenting, and whether we discipline, whether we go to church, or whether we do certain things on certain holidays. Those are values and beliefs that we have, and sometimes those conflict with our spouse. And we can remain isolated or separated, or we can come together with a compromise. So I think it's really important that we have courage to do that, because it's some risk, and it takes some sort of initiative, and that requires courage. Second point being that it requires humility. We've got to be able to put the needs of our spouse and the needs of our family in front of our own sometimes. Now, if we're taking care of ourselves on a daily basis or on a weekly basis, and we're communicating well, then it's easier for us to compromise. There's more trust. There's more patience. We feel like we're in a healthy place, so we can give something up. So you can see how it's important that we have these in order. But humility is a very important piece to healthy compromise. And the third point is reciprocity. This needs to be reciprocal. Each of you needs to be compromising. It doesn't work if just one spouse is compromising. It becomes unfair, they become resentful, and it crumbles. So it needs to be back and forth. So you guys need to decide, hey, let's make sure we're both working on this. It can't be me all the time, or it can't be you. That's not fair. So being willing to both compromise on some of these issues. So I fully understand how complicated it can be to compromise on your belief system, on your values of how to parent, or what to believe as a family, or how to behave as a family. But it's the best option. You want to stay together. And as life comes at you, if you're not drawing closer together on a daily basis, the forces of life and stress can push us apart. So I want to encourage you to implement these 3 aspects of compromise, but also implement the 3 parts that we've talked about thus far, and how to take care of yourself individually, how to talk to your spouse about these sensitive issues, and then how to come together and reach an agreement when you come down on different sides. So I want to wish you the best. I know these are things that you can put into practice immediately, and I hope that you see the results that you want in your marriage and in your family. Thanks for joining me. This has been Josh with Relationship Architecture.